trillion-dollar titans, top 5 companies to watch in 2024. Wall Street's electric, isn't it? The energy, the hustle, the constant reminder that fortunes are being made and lost every single second. But amidst all that chaos, there are a few companies that stand head and shoulders above the rest, the trillion-dollar giants. These aren't just businesses, they're economic forces of nature, influencing everything from how we communicate to how we shop, work and even drive. Today we're diving deep into the top 5 trillion-dollar companies, dissecting their stocks and giving you the knowledge you need to navigate this elite corner of the market. Let's kick things off with the OG trillion-dollar company, the one that set the bar insanely high, Apple. Remember back in 2018 when they became the first publicly traded company to hit that magical trillion-dollar valuation? It was a watershed moment, and they haven't slowed down since. Apple's success story is built on a foundation of iconic products, from the iPhone that's practically surgically attached to our hands, to the sleek MacBooks that grace the desks of, let's be honest, everyone from college students to Fortune 500 CEOs. But Apple's not just about hardware anymore. They've masterfully cultivated an ecosystem of services. Think Apple Music, the App Store, and iCloud that keeps users plugged in and, more importantly, paying a recurring subscription fee. This recurring revenue stream is like the gift that keeps on giving for investors. Now let's talk stock performance. Apple's been a Wall Street darling for a reason. Their stock has consistently outperformed the market, delivering solid returns for those who believe in the Apple story. And trust me, a lot of people do. Analysts love to point to Apple's track record of innovation. Their massive cash reserves, seriously, they have enough money to buy a small country. And their knack for knowing what consumers want before they even know it themselves. But even titans aren't invincible. Apple's not immune to economic downturns. When people cut back on spending, those high-end iPhones and MacBooks are often the first to get left on the shelf. So if you're considering adding Apple to your portfolio, keep a close eye on those tech trends and consumer spending habits. Our next contender needs no introduction. Microsoft, the company that put a PC in practically every home and office on the planet, has reinvented itself for the cloud computing era. Sure, we all know Windows and the ubiquitous Microsoft Office suite, but Microsoft's secret weapon is Azure. Azure is their cloud computing platform, and it's been an absolute game changer, putting them head to head with another titan we'll be talking about soon, Amazon. As businesses continue their mass migration to the cloud, Microsoft's Azure is right there to catch them. And the best part? This shift to the cloud is generating a ton of cash for Microsoft, making them a favorite among investors looking for stability and growth. But Microsoft's not a one-trick pony. They're a major player in the gaming world with Xbox, and their recent acquisition of Activision Blizzard, yes, the Call of Duty people, sent shockwaves through the industry. This diversification, this ability to dominate multiple sectors is what makes Microsoft such a resilient choice for investors. They're not putting all their eggs in one basket. However, even giants face challenges. The cloud computing arena is getting crowded, with new players emerging all the time. Microsoft can't afford to rest on its laurels. They need to keep innovating, keep pushing the boundaries if they want to stay ahead of the curve. Chapter 3. Let's talk about the company that's become synonymous with online shopping, Amazon. Seriously, who hasn't gotten a little too trigger-happy with that add to cart button? But here's the thing about Amazon. They're not just about delivering packages to your doorstep within 2 days, though they're really good at that. They're a multifaceted behemoth with their tentacles in everything from cloud computing to grocery stores to Hollywood. Remember when we talked about Microsoft's Azure? Well, Amazon Web Services, or AWS as it's known in the tech world, is the 800-pound gorilla in the room. It's the most profitable part of Amazon's sprawling empire, raking in billions upon billions of dollars every year. Now, Amazon stock hasn't always been a smooth ride. Competition in the e-commerce space is heating up, and rising costs have eaten into their margins. But here's why Amazon remains a compelling investment. They just don't stop. They're constantly innovating, pouring money into new ventures like artificial intelligence, logistics. They're building their own delivery network. and streaming services. Hello, Prime Video. If you're considering Amazon, remember this. They're a long-term play. They're not afraid to play the long game, to invest heavily in areas that might not pay off for years. But that long-term vision, that willingness to disrupt themselves before someone else does, is what makes them so fascinating. Chapter 4. Hold on to your hats because we're diving into the world of Alphabet, the parent company of everyone's favorite search engine, Google. Now, Google needs no introduction. It's how we find answers to life's most pressing questions. From what's the weather today to is it possible to eat too much pizza? But Alphabet is so much more than just Google search. They've got YouTube, the video platform that's become a cultural phenomenon, Android, the mobile operating system that powers billions of devices worldwide, and a rapidly growing cloud computing division that's giving Amazon and Microsoft a run for their money. Let's talk revenue. Alphabet makes most of its money from digital advertising. Those targeted ads that seem to follow you around the internet, yeah, that's Alphabet's bread and butter. But they're not a one-trick pony. They're investing heavily in artificial intelligence, self-driving cars with their Waymo subsidiary, and even healthcare technology. Alphabet is a true tech powerhouse, but they're not without their challenges. They've faced their fair share of antitrust scrutiny, with governments around the world questioning their dominance in search and advertising. Data privacy is another hot-button issue, and Alphabet's constantly walking that tightrope between innovation and user trust. For investors, Alphabet represents a bet on the future of tech. They've got their fingers in practically every pie, and their track record of innovation is undeniable. Chapter 5. Buckle up, because our final trillion-dollar titan is the company that's single-handedly electrifying the auto industry, Tesla. Led by the ever-controversial but undeniably brilliant Elon Musk, Tesla has proven that electric vehicles can be cool, desirable, and most importantly, profitable. But here's the thing about Tesla. They're not just an automaker. They're a tech company disguised as a car company. They're leading the charge in battery technology, solar energy with their SolarCity acquisition, and of course autonomous driving with their autopilot system. Tesla's stock is not for the faint of heart. It's been on a wild ride, experiencing massive surges and gut-wrenching dips. But for those who bought in early and held on tight, the returns have been astronomical. Investors are drawn to Tesla's growth potential, especially as the world shifts towards cleaner, more sustainable transportation. However, Tesla's not without its challenges. The competition is fierce, with traditional automakers finally waking up to the electric revolution and a slew of EV startups vying for a piece of the pie. Plus, Tesla's production capacity has been an ongoing concern as they struggle to keep up with the ever-increasing demand for their vehicles. Investing in Tesla is a bet on Elon Musk's vision, on the future of electric vehicles, and on a world where sustainable transportation is the norm, not the exception. It's a high-risk, high-reward proposition, but then again, that's what makes the stock market so exciting. So there you have it, 5 companies that have shattered the trillion-dollar ceiling, reshaping industries and redefining what's possible in the business world. From Apple's sleek devices to Microsoft's cloud dominance, from Amazon's retail empire to Alphabet's digital advertising prowess, and from Tesla's electric revolution, these companies are at the forefront of innovation, driving progress and captivating investors worldwide. Remember, investing in these trillion-dollar titans is not a guaranteed path to riches. It's essential to do your own research, stay informed about market trends, and most importantly, invest in a way that aligns with your financial goals and risk tolerance. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the world of trillion-dollar companies. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more insightful content, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Until next time, happy investing.